In this video, I want to talk about how the pressure on black men to look good, to have muscles, to be in a good job, to smell nice, yet the same black women that put pressure on black men to look the business. Yet when they go for white guys, and I've seen it in my family, they have to teach them hygiene. They teach them how to wash. So from heaven to hell, the black man has to look like God himself. That the white man could look like the devil. You can see the pressure on black men is unfair. If you ever watch Pop the Balloon, I only saw it by accident. And some of the black guys on there, they look real good. Real good. Yet all the balloons are popping for the most silliest of reasons. Yet when it comes to white men, they get a pass. Whether they got criminal convictions, whether they're unemployed, whether they're racist, they get a pass simply because they're white. There's an Asian woman, Oriental, who agreed that Oriental women worship white men, and as a result, they end up being murdered. I saw it on TikTok. She watches too many CSI crimes to know stay away from white men. But they love the white skin. They love that white man, that they don't care whether he's fat, whether he looks like Humpty Dumpty. They don't care whether he looks nerdish. As long as he's white, he's got the pass card. And yet on the black men are supposed to have muscles. They're supposed to, use Calvin Klein spray and Gucci trousers, look the part, your nice muscles in the right place. You need to realize black men are sexualized. In such a way that white men do not suffer the same discrimination as black men. I like that. Black men are sexualized and stereotyped. That is so difficult for black men to really be loved. Very difficult. They love the black man for the wrong reasons. As to why there's many decent black guys out there who are single. They can't get dates, not because they're ugly, not because, they're unemployed, but simply that, the standards is almost like heaven. You better look like God himself. You better have a God-like shoes on. You better have a God-like muscle. But a white man can smell like a pig. And, I've seen it, right? My sister was telling me about, my niece, her daughter. They're both of them with white guys, and both of them had to teach them how to wash, how to cook. They wouldn't do that. One of my nieces is a judge. She's a judge. She taught her white husband. And by the way, I never went to the wedding because they made sure no blacks were there. But that's not the story. So I never seen her got married. This is what happens when white guys go to our families. They tear it up, right? But it's interesting that the standards, she was teaching him how to wash. They didn't know how to wash. Yet the standards start to drop when it comes to them. But when it comes to us, we have to look the part. Many black guys know that. Why do you think black guys work out? Not because they enjoy it, but because they know it will give them the added bonus. A white guy could be fat. As long as he's got a decent car, and an everyday job, black women will date him. No problem. The standards for us is racism, sexual racism. You know, and all, you go back to rap music, you know, we're stereotyped to like monkeys, like apes, you know, just be virile. But a white man can look like a pig, smell like a pig, and it's okay. Have a pig's hygiene, it's okay. They'll have children with him and teach him how to clean, how to wash. You know, it's a disgrace. I've watched that program, so that you know thing, so many times, Popping the Balloon, so many times. And I've seen good-looking black guys, and I hardly see any of them coming out with a date. And the black women are hot. They are hot. I left one comment saying, you know something? Let a white guy go on there, even a white convict, and they wouldn't pop their balloon. Unless, of course, they've been watched. They've been watched or they're playing a game. But they wouldn't pop their balloon. The standards that we give each other as black people, you know, that's why we're messed up race. We really are.
This old idyllic mansion, minute after they took high from the bottomless pit, my head was made strong from the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation, triumphantly.